Hello subscribers, welcome back to another time capsule video. We're recording February 11th, 2025 for future generations to look back and enjoy some history. We're leaving Carroll Street. We're commuting to work and we're going to listen to the 7:30 headlines and maybe the 7:40 headlines, depending on how long the trip takes. It's usually only 8 minutes to the job from here, but we do start in Patterson and we end up in Garfield. If you're a subscriber to my Documenting History channel, you'll get a time capsule video every weekday. If you're a subscriber to my Pride in Patterson channel, you may get a time capsule video every other day. So as of right now, we're stuck with gridlock. And I think it's because there's an ambulance there.
Scott Stanford, 34-year-old Jonathan Campos was the American Eagle pilot who was killed in the midair collision with the Army Black Hawk helicopter last month.
I'm gonna try to go up. Oh, sorry, miss. Let me back up. I hate stopping on the crosswalk.
In Brooklyn, worked with him in the airline industry and knew him in their adult lives, coming out to say one final farewell. Phyllis says he was family.
Very outgoing, and he lived life to the...
I'm on the crosswalk and I can't back up because the cars are right behind me.
Julio tells us his girlfriend was extremely close with Campos's family.
As a captain, you're at the prime of your life, and you cut short like that, it's pretty sad.
Campos was only 34 years old. He was born in the Bronx and grew up in Brooklyn and always had dreams of being a pilot. Mary Lynn Buckley, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM in Diker Heights.
Wins News Time, 7:31, Tuesday morning, heart of the rush hour. How are we looking out there, Andre Ferro?
Well, we're dealing with big delays trying to get from New Jersey to the New York side for sure. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At least 50 minutes inbound at the George Washington Bridge, eastbound 46, the southbound Palisades ramp. It's all bad trying to get to the New York side. Now, if you're using the Holland and Lincoln, 35 to 40 on both. You do have a better ride now on 17 over in Hasbrook Heights. That crash finally cleared over by Teterboro Airport. Big delays on the southbound side of Tunnelly Avenue from Secaucus Road down to Manhattan Avenue. You're going to need that extra time. Traveling on Staten Island, eastbound Staten Island Expressway delays. Victory Boulevard to the Brooklyn side is bumper to bumper, and the inbound Gowanus 39th Street up to the Brooklyn Bridge. No thanks. Still working on this crash. Westbound LIE in Queens right by Woodhaven Boulevard. Right lane is knocked out. Delays that go back to the Clearview and extra volume on the Grand Central because of it. So you're slow passing Franny Lou and heading towards the Kew Gardens interchange. Now, if you're traveling on Long Island, here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. Big delays. Westbound LIE from Little Neck Parkway to the Queens border. Slow by Glen Cove Road on the westbound LIE. The Northern State would be better if you're driving a regular car. We have delays on the westbound Southern passing the Meadowbrook. In a jam? Call the Barnes Firm traffic tip line. 1010 wins traffic tip line at 844-JAM-1010. Traffic and transit on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. Andre Ferro, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm attorney Rich Barnes. If you've been in a car crash, choosing the right firm is crucial to get the help you need and the best result possible.
The Barnes Firm, injury attorneys, call 1-800-8-million.
Manhattan, Long Island.
It makes you...
Always try to turn down the commercial music so I don't get a copyright strike. Oh, still going.
Birthday celebration today for Sheryl Crow. Kelly Rowland also.
Usually when there's commercial music on a video, you won't necessarily get a copyright strike per se, but you will get an ineligible video that could be blocked in certain countries. So I wouldn't want the video to be blocked here in the US. I would like you guys to enjoy it.
Meteorologist Joe Lundberg. This forecast isn't going to make us too happy today, is it, Joe?
No, it's not. We're going to see a lot of clouds today. Dry during the daylight hours. That's the good news with a high of 34. The bad news is it doesn't stay dry tonight. We're going to get snow. Not a lot of it, but enough to cause untreated surfaces to become very, very slippery overnight with a low of 28. How much snow? Great question to ask. We think 2 to as much as 4 inches, with the higher totals likely for central New Jersey. Less in the northern suburbs, just a coating of an inch north of 287. Tomorrow, between storms, lots of clouds, but not much happens. The high 35. The next round comes in tomorrow night with some snow and sleet early. That changes to rain late tomorrow night. Temperatures Thursday go up to 44 with rain in the morning and maybe some breaks of sun by day's end on Thursday. Back to cold weather for Friday with sunshine and a high of 35. Mostly cloudy, 29 in Central Park, humidity 43%. There's no wind right now. Beating the current temperature 29, headed to 34 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds, a 92.3 FM.
Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Winds News Time, 7:34. President Trump working the pen last night in the Oval Office. Mr. Trump signing multiple executive orders, including 2 that imposed 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel brought into the U.S. Trump saying there are no exceptions for any countries. The president said he does not expect other countries to respond, and if they do, then the United States will take further action.
It's reciprocal. So if they raise it a little bit, then we raise it automatically. So I don't think it helps for them to retaliate. But also remember this, they can't really retaliate because we're the piggy bank. We're the piggy bank. But if we don't do this, we won't be the piggy bank for long.
The U.S. imports roughly a quarter of domestically used steel, with most common coming from Canada and Mexico. They're poaching the eggs. They're poaching the eggs, for goodness sake. Supermarkets, local farmers, American businesses all dealing with the skyrocketing cost of eggs. But now they've become a popular target of thieves.
In Seattle, a surveillance camera captured suspects entering a shed behind Luna Park Cafe, where police say they stole more than 500 eggs. Pete and Jerry's Organics had to beef up security after thieves stole 100,000 eggs from their farm in Pennsylvania. Those suspects still at large. Bird flu has impacted tens of millions of farmed chickens, sending egg prices up 65% in the last year.
That's correspondent Matt Gutman. Well, the Pooches kicked the Knicks and Rangers right out of the Garden. 149th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show wrapping up with the big categories in the Best in Show at MSG. Hundreds of dogs and their handlers, over 200 breeds, competing for Best in Show. That title is going to be handed out tonight. Amy Cox is in it to win it with her Beaver Terrier Prosper. She says everybody's got the same goal.
They just love us, and we love them. That's why I'm here today. The love for the breed and dogs in general.
Nothing better than a doggy. Hey, I believe we have some commentary from preliminary rounds at the Javits Center.
Are they ever allowed to do anything like that, dress up a dog in a funny way?
No, that's not quite what the purpose of these shows
But it would, I think it could really get the crowd going. You know what I mean? The Sherlock Holmes ad with the pipe. I don't know if you could make it look like smoke's coming out of the pipe.
Hey, I know that guy. That's Fred Willard from Best in Show. What a great movie. What a great acting job by him. Hey, give me a little Green Day, would you?
Nope. So I do have a few videos on my Pride in Patterson channel that is ineligible because of copyright. But I didn't get a copyright strike. But I don't like it when they're ineligible because some countries can't watch them. And I want everybody to enjoy my videos. I want the world to enjoy the videos. So we're currently on a commercial. So we just went past Barnard Medical Arts Complex. That's the name of that building now. I see the blue sign that says Barnard Medical Arts Complex. Used to be Barnard Hospital, birthplace of a lot of my subscribers. As we continue on Broadway. On Broadway.
I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different.
Sometimes I get silly. You know how when you're driving and there's people at the bus stop and they kind of like raise their hand to tell the bus to stop for them? When I see them and if I see they're looking at me, I'll wave my hand at them. Just to mess with people. I shouldn't do that. That's not nice. But some of them get a kick out of it. The one time I did one, the guy raised his hand as I was approaching the intersection. And I guess he was looking at me and I waved my hand back and he started laughing. Sometimes you got to be careful. Sometimes some people don't have a sense of humor.
By visiting us online at tra.com or call 800-507-9701. That's 800-507-9701.
In about 2 minutes, you're going to hear the 740 headlines.
Solutions for real people.
This is just a time capsule recorded for future generations to be able to open and listen.
Inspired comedy flick. Variety reporting that is indeed in the works from Live Nation Productions. It's going to be called New Year's Eve Rev. It's a story about three friends coming of age. They head out to Los Angeles, mistakenly believing that their band is opening for Green Day on New Year's Eve. Things get rowdy, they get mischievous as they jaunt across the country. Sounds good. Green Day.
I knew that blue car was going to do that. That's why I hung back a little bit.
Entertainment on 1010 Wins is sponsored by Shulman and Hill, New York's injury lawyers.
Go to hurtny.com.
That's hurtny.com.
In a world filled with financial information, citizens.
I hope everybody is doing okay out there. It is 20 degrees today. It's now 21, so it's warming up. As we go past Eastside Park there on the right-hand side. I'm considering uploading a time capsule video every other day. Let me know what you think, for Pride and Patterson subscribers. These are days that I normally won't upload a Patterson video or a Fred Drives video or a location video.
I feel like everything's clouded by doubt. Visit California Psychic.
As we ride on Route 20. I love listening to the comments. I love listening and reading when you comment, let's ride.
Every morning this week between 7 and 8 for your chance to win tickets.
Got Krause's chocolates there on the left, that yellow, small yellow building.
Favorite all news station.
Still got some commercial music there. Then you got Lowe's. All right, 740 headline news.
1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. We're at 26 degrees at 740 on this Tuesday, February 11th. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. As promised, another winter wallop headed our way later on today. Snow just in time for a right around the evening rush. How much? How long? Only Joe Lundberg knows. He's coming right up. In the words of Howie Rose, put it in the books. Mayor Adams gets the pass on those corruption charges. The DOJ tells Manhattan prosecutors to drop the case. 2 subway riders slashed in 2 separate attacks last night. Both victims cut during arguments with the suspects. President Trump did not like what he saw with the last hostage released by Hamas. He wants them all back now.
Saturday at 12 o'clock. And after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
The president says Israel can break the ceasefire after that. The pennies are out. Plastic straws are back in. President says pennies cost too much to make and paper straws stink. Checking sports, the Nets beat Charlotte in hoops last night. Wins News Time, 741. Traffic and transit, back out to Andre Ferro.
And back to Queens, where we have big delays on the westbound LIE, all due to a crash over by the area of Woodhaven Boulevard. It's in the right lane, and delays, wow, they go all the way back to the Clearview. Bumper to bumper on the westbound Grand Central Parkway as well. Even eastbound, you're slow passing 188th Street, heading towards the Clearview and the long-term road work waiting for you. Bigger delays now in Nassau County. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. Wow, the Southern State Parkway between the Wantagh and Peninsula Boulevard is bumper to bumper. It looks like there's a stall just west of the Meadowbrook. It's causing eastbound delays over by Eagle Avenue. Northern is the best of the bunch, but the LIE is going to be slow from Glen Cove Road to the Queens border, and then you have those big delays waiting for you in Queens. The Verrazano, if you're traveling on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway, Victory Boulevard to the Brooklyn side, bumper to bumper, and then the inbound Gowanus. Wow, in front of the Brooklyn Bridge, it's just a parking lot like it always is, but even worse today. Westbound as you travel by Flushing Avenue and inbound Gowanus 39th Street up to the Brooklyn Bridge. At least 40 minutes across the board at the inbound GWB, Holland and Lincoln. A bit better ride on the West Side Highway than the FDR Harlem River Drive combo. That is for sure. Next report, 751. Andre Ferro, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me this morning on this episode of Daily Time Capsule. We will see you on the next video.